Hi everyone, thank you for visiting my channel one more time. Today I will be talking about paranormal experiences that have happened to me when I was growing up. Pretty scary. um, and it mostly happened in my parents' house. Um, the first one was, let's see, I have a lot. As a child, uh, growing up, I had this paranormal experience where, as you know, as Mexicans, we don't, um, or at least I don't believe in certain things, and that's what I thought at first growing up. Like, oh, they're just lying, they're making things up. It is not true. So, my mom would talk to me about La Llorona, and her experiences with her, and so I would always tell her, oh, I don't believe you, it's not true. I never heard her. So not long after I said that, or a few days after, months, I don't really recall how long it was after I told her I didn't believe it. It's not true, it's not, just no. If I don't hear it or whatever, I don't believe it. So on a rainy night, I was sleeping in my living room and I end up hearing what to me was La Llorona. And so she doesn't say my kids. She just like cries, and it's hard to explain how it sounds, how her cries sound, because it like travels in the, like in between the air, if that makes sense. And so I didn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, is this, how do I take this in? Or, and it was scary. I mean, it was really scary. I was pretty young. And so what happened was, she sounds pretty bad. So I just heard her, I want to say, for about a minute to 2 minutes at most. Yeah, that was my experience with the Llorona. And so that's only been the only time, and hopefully the last, because it's not fun to hear her. Let's see, the second, another paranormal story. Let me see, when I was also, as little kids, I remember I was always afraid of the dark, and so having to sleep in the same bed with your brothers, or at the time with my brothers, now I have a sister, but the time with my brothers, and always being scared of the night, and so in a Hispanic household, always being told that the cucuy is gonna come to get you, or scare you or whatnot, you become afraid of a lot of things. And so yeah, this one night I was somewhat asleep and not asleep, and I just heard something crawl up into my bed, like next to me. And so it was weird because it felt like it was, I want to say, like a small rat-like feel, or sense that, something that climbed up, like a rat or something that small. And so, I mean, we never had rats or anything, so that wasn't the case. But as soon as I heard that, just getting close to me, I then started feeling like this hand, but it was weird because the hand was, it didn't feel like it had fingers. It felt like it was just like the hand with knuckles. And so I was covered all the way up to my face. Always, I still up to today sleep like that. I don't know why, I'm scared. And so yeah, I felt it like trying to grab me in a way. And so I remember screaming out to my dad like 3-4 times, like, hey, turn on the light. And finally he did. And then as soon as he did, I took out took off the blankets from my face, and I did not see anything or traces of anything being there. So it was scary. It was scary. Another time we all heard, we were in the bedroom and we heard multiple times in different occasions someone scratch the window. And this window is literally located by the driveway, by the driveway. And so, you know, it was late at night and we would hear like literally someone with really sharp nails scratch the window. And I'm so happy we had blinds. Thank God we did. And we would just not even bother to look through the blinds and see what it was or who it was. Obviously it was no one. And quite a few times we went out to go with the flashlight to see if anyone was pranking us or anything, but honestly most of the time it wasn't the case. So we could never really explain what was going on, or you know, why we would hear that. Yep, it was scary. My mom's still up to date. Even my brothers, they hear things around the apartment. One time my sister, she actually with her phone, she took a picture of her like leg, and you could see like a blurry little kid like standing next to her, and you could tell what he's wearing, or you know, like a blue shirt and blue jeans, I think it is. She's been able to catch that. And so we don't know what it is. That we know no one has died in the apartment since my parents have been there for a long time, but no one has died before they moved into the apartment. And then another experience, let me see, I'm trying to think of a good one. Oh yes, so one time I was driving back home with my ex-partner, and it was around 3 in the morning, I want to say, and we were driving back home. And I remember at the time I was driving a Mustang, convertible Mustang, and we were going down this street. So literally the gas station was on the right hand side, and there was some lighting, there you go, sorry, some lighting on the right hand side. On the left it was pretty dark. There was no houses or anything, so it was pretty dark. And I decided to go down that route, and I don't know where this, I can still remember clear as day, this kid, it looked like he lived in this street. He must have had, I want to say 10 years. And so he had a shopping cart. It had a few things in it. I mean, it did look like he was homeless, obviously. But then I stopped when I saw him coming, but he was coming straight at me, and we both locked like eyes, you know. And so I remember in the other hand he had like this, it looked like this cardboard sword looking mic, and it looked like he just covered it with foil to make it look more interesting. And so he was coming towards me, but in his face I could tell he was like mad, like I'm gonna kill you type of stare. And I just panicked. I went into shock, and I just didn't know what to do. I'm like, okay, do I drive? Do I stay here? What do I do? And at the same time, I didn't want to hit him or run him over in any way. So I end up turning to the right side, and just driving around him. As soon as I drive past him, he was gone. Like less than a minute, he was gone. And I couldn't understand that. I'm like, there's no way a kid with the shopping cart could disappear that fast. There was just no way, no how. So I told my partner at the time, you know what, we're gonna drive around. If he is around, we're gonna find the shopping cart with the stuff, or we're gonna see him trying to do something crazy or whatever. Long story short, we did not ever see him again at all. and we never found the shopping cart. So I can't explain it up to the day what it really was, if it was a ghost, if it was an actual person. We just never found them again. And we would drive around there quite a few times, you know, just to make sure that we would possibly see him again, but it never happened. Excuse me. Let me see what else. I have a lot, so I'm trying to think of the good ones. I think the most scary things I have seen are shadows. Well, not really scary, but shadows around the house. Most of the time they're black. So I do get scared, but honestly, I do not really pay attention to it. I just let it go. Like, you know, as long as they don't hurt me or do anything, I'm okay. Like, do as you wish, just leave me alone type of thing. What else? I'm trying to think. Sorry, I know I'm taking too long. Another one is one night my mom and I and my brothers, we were talking, and we were at the time in the living room, and we were just talking about random things. And so technically my mom was at the corner of the sofa, and I was at the other corner of the sofa. And so all of a sudden, there was no way, because my mom, she had her hands above her waist, so there was no way she possibly could have had one of her arms, or at least the right arm, under her waist, or, you know, beneath her waist, to where she could scare me or even scratch me. So that night we were just talking, the lights were on, everything, and I feel literally like a hand with really like long nails scratch me. And it was funny because I was not at the side that on the side that my mom was sitting on. It was on the opposite side, and literally it was just like the end of the sofa, and then the floor. So there was nothing that could explain what I felt at the moment. And like I said, it was just like it was crazy because it was under the covers too. So I don't know. It's scary. Things happen there. We just don't know why they keep happening. My mom hears her stuff move all the time, her pans, her plates. She hears like someone is breaking everything, and literally there's nothing breaking, like there's nothing broken or anything. And so, you know, other people or friends have stated that, you know, sometimes they see something, but I don't know what's going on there. Another one, let me see for you guys. I want to say that another story would be, this happened in Christmas. So during Christmas, my dad at the time, he would love to go to the secondhand stores and buy stuff, like Christmas stuff, anything he could find that he thought was nice. And so we never really put up Christmas trees or did much. And so that one night he bought a box of like glass figures, like angel figures, Santa, you know, the Christmas lights and stuff like that. And so you could paint it in. So it came with the kit came with paint and everything. So we had fun. We were painting it, and then we actually put it up on the wall. It looked cute. And all of a sudden, I don't know how, I want to say it was around 12 or something, where I literally heard the doorknob start to rattle. It was moving like someone was gonna get killed. They were trying to get in. It was just crazy, and it went on for a long time. I was surprised because no one else heard it. I just heard it. And mind you, it's only a one bedroom apartment, so at the time everyone, we were just asleep in the room. My dad always locked the door, and so obviously the door was locked, and it kept going on, and I was just surprised that no one else could hear it. No one would get up to even say anything or do anything. And so yeah, that was scary. So I don't know, maybe they were possessed, I don't know, but it was a scary moment. And so that wraps it up for today's stories I wanted to share with you guys. Please feel free to comment down or write your stories to me. I'll be more than happy to read them to you guys from the other subscribers that write to me. And I would love to hear your guys' stories and see what you guys, have experienced. And even if it's not paranormal, it doesn't really have to be paranormal. Whatever you guys would like to share with me, I'm more than happy to read it if you like and share it with everyone else. Please feel free to comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.